Hi. I decided I'm gonna film anyway, even though I have midterm exams. I'm just not gonna do it as much. Anyway, there's a lot going on in the world right now, so I'm gonna talk about some of it. Well, at least in my world and in the real world. So you may have heard the Capitol's being raided. Fun. But I'm not participating in that. I'm still at home. I'm staying safe. Because COVID's still happening. It's not like where one thing happens, the other stops. It doesn't work like that. So I'm staying home because I already got to go to school in person to take the midterm exams. And yeah, but anyway, let's talk about that. So I went on Thursday to take my history midterm exam, U.S. history. So I like U.S. history a lot. So I think I did well on that exam. You see me playing War Thunder. I usually use the American planes. So yeah, yeah. And then so I took that, and it wasn't a bad exam. And then I went to geometry after that. Oh my god, it's awful. Let me tell you something. Doing geometry remote is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Probably, and I'm still trying, and that's the last exam I have to take, but that is what I'm going to study the most for. And my camera's dying, of course. I will have to redo. No, I'm not going to redo it, but here, hold on. I moved my desk over next to my green screen so it's easy to get to my battery. So I'm going to change it real quick. Alright, now that battery's changed, we have some more filming time. So anyway, yeah, geometry is awful doing it remote, but I made it through okay, and I have some time to study, so I'm going to definitely do that. It's going to be on Friday, the coming Friday. Today is Sunday, the day I'm filming this. And yeah, so I made it through that okay. And then I went to, which period was it? Oh, anatomy class. It's not that bad actually. He does much better in person for teaching, and I think it'll be good. I'm studying for that today after I post this, and yeah, so. And it wasn't hard social distancing at school that day because it was only the remote students, but I'm going back to traditional after this week, so gonna see how that goes social distancing wise. I hate to say it, but I'm probably gonna get exposed to the virus, sadly, but we'll see if. Hopefully I don't. Let's just hope not. But I have my mask. I wear this all day. Sorry, I'm wearing headphones, so I'm not gonna put it on all the way, but you get it. I wear my mask whenever I leave my house, and I'm gonna be where there's people that are not in my house. Even if I'm going to like my grandparents' house, I definitely wear my mask then because they're older, and I don't want to. If I'm asymptomatic, I don't want to bring it to them, and that's yeah. Anyway, this has been a crazy pandemic. I've used so much hand sanitizer that whenever I pee, it cleans the toilet like more than using Lysol. Let's just say that. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. After fifth period, I went to seventh period, the last period of the day, my cybersecurity class. So I actually did use a Windows PC there that day. So I don't know why I hated Windows so much. I mean, I like Mac better, but they're all the desktop operating systems are literally the same thing. It's just laid out different, and Windows is a little more complicated because, well, you got multiple types of versions of the same thing. Like Windows 10, you have Windows 10 Pro, Education, Home, Enterprise Edition, I think is one. But with Mac operating system, you got the one version of the operating system like Mac OS Catalina or Mac OS Big Sur. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'm saying how I see it. But yeah, it's like just that one operating system, no special editions or anything. And yeah, but they're refurbished computers. That you don't want to know why? Because the little PC box that it had that had like the hardware and stuff in it, the shell. It had a sticker on it saying Windows 7, but it was Windows 10 I was using. So they just literally upgraded the version of the system. That's easy to do with Windows. I've learned how to do that. Basically, you just download what's called an ISO file. It's just like an image of the actual operating system, and there's multiple versions of it. I tried to do it for my Mac, but didn't I didn't know how to do it at the time, and I don't feel like downloading that ISO again because it's like 6-7 gigabytes. So I would like to download Windows 7. I don't know why, but I just thought I want to use Windows 7 for like, I don't know, work and stuff, like, because Windows 7 it's old. It's like 2009 is when it was released. I remember using Windows 7 when I was in kindergarten. It was interesting. I've never used a computer before at that time, and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. But yeah, yeah. I would have filmed my reaction using Windows at school, but the teacher said we can't use our phones in class, so I respected that, so I did. But I'm gonna say it took like 7 minutes to log in because I knew my login info and everything, but the thing is so slow because it's got old hardware, and it was slower because not only that, but the RAM was 4 gigabytes of RAM. That's what my old computer had. Well, not old computer, but what my computer used to have, and then I upgraded the chips. It cost me about $40, and I got two 8 gigabyte slots, some chips, and I put it in, and much quicker. And that's why I'm able to do more graphics work with After Effects. Like I make my intros and stuff, so it's pretty good to have a large amount of RAM. Or the larger the RAM, the faster your computer's gonna run. But the worst part of that experience with the Windows computer was the display. So I'm gonna compare that display to a 1980s computer or a 90s computer or a TV, I should say. You're in the living room on a summer day watching SpongeBob in the 90s on that kind of TV. That's what the quality of that display was. So that was the worst part of it to me, but I think Windows is a little easier to use if you're like working and stuff. It's got the Windows key. I have a PC keyboard actually on here, and apparently I did it wrong with the switching out with the adapting a PC keyboard to a Mac. Because apparently the Windows key on the thing actually is the command key on Mac, but I just keep control because I'm used to it, and yeah. But yeah, I'm studying to get a MTA certification, Microsoft Technology Associate, with mobility and device fundamentals. It's not much, but I'm sure I'll get a job with it. But I don't want to get a job. But I mean, I want to get a job, but not with that. Yeah. But I did learn about like malware and stuff like that. That was cool to learn about. But so Yeah. Oh, but what made it also worse getting to school the other day was because it was raining really bad and it was freezing cold. But it wasn't snowing, it was just cold rain. It was like above freezing. I think it was like 40 degrees, but it was freezing. But yeah. So, yeah, and I got my room reorganized too, so yeah. Got my screen set up. It's much better. Hopefully the key is better with it. If not, then I'll have to iron this and then. But yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, because I learned like different techniques to get rid of like the issue with that, and yeah. I'm still doing the Premiere Pro class, and it's pretty fun. I like it. I'm using doing courses where I just follow along with videos, and I just do the project and the teacher grades it. It's kind of lame, but what else are you gonna do if you're remote? But yeah, I'm gonna just keep doing that, and it's not that hard, but it's hard. It's harder than Photoshop, I'll tell you that. But it's much more useful. It's just as useful as Photoshop because the news networks use similar software. I'm sure even Premiere Pro that some networks use. But yeah, and I want to learn how to live broadcast, but I don't have a software or hardware encoder. Otherwise, I would do like live broadcasts for YouTube, like TV or something. But yeah, you know what else is great? During what I did also since the last War Thunder video, reached rank 3. And I got one rank 3 plane and then one like end of rank 2 plane. I got the F6F Hellcat, and that's like the best plane I have ever used. Straight up. And I also, in the rank 3 plane, I got an SB2C Helldiver. That thing is, I hate to say it, but it's better than the SBD Dauntless. I really think so. The cannons on it are actually like high caliber, so if I do take it to an air battle and I get into a little altercation, if my accuracy is good, I can take down a plane quickly, like in arcade battles, because I usually do arcade battles. I can't do realistic battles because it's only one respawn and I don't know where to fire. I have to get some more training before I do that regularly. Yeah. But I learned how to use rockets properly with the F6F Hellcat. I had the I-16 Type 10 in the Soviet tech tree. It had RBS rockets, that 6 I think on it, and they're alright. Rockets do have poor accuracy, like they say, so best to fire off it a few at a time. Or you can do what I do, is go really close to the target, sort of like dive bombing is what I call it, but it's not. Dive rocketing is what I'm gonna call it. Go close to the target, and then where you have little crosshairs on the for rockets, and then fire at the target and hope you hit it. But I usually fire off 2 at a time if I'm using the HVARs. They're smaller rockets, but you get a higher quantity of them with the Hellcat, and then you actually get a smaller count of rockets, but they're bigger with the Hellcat, called Tiny Tims. They're anti-ship rockets. Those I like a lot for doing missions where I have to take down naval targets and I don't want to use a torpedo. But the Hellcat does have a torpedo, and it's like all the types of aircraft into one. It's like my favorite. And the Helldiver, it also has a torpedo, and it's really good. I like it. So that's what I'm really happy about, that I have that plane. Now I'm researching the F4U-1D, I think is what it's called. I'm probably wrong, but yeah. And my accuracy has been getting a little better in War Thunder. I don't know what, because when I started War Thunder on this PlayStation, I was like first place in every single battle. So I don't know what happened. I guess what I think it was is that I played it too much to where I'm like glued to the screen and I don't even know what I'm doing it sometimes. But also but yeah. And I'm gonna do a video on torpedoing, but I need to get more practice before I actually do a video on that, because my torpedoing accuracy is not the greatest. So you know what, I am gonna wait to do that. So you'll see that from me soon, relatively soon. But yeah, but I am gonna do a rocketing tutorial. I will do that because I've learned that pretty well, and yeah, and I'll do a little video even on the Hellcat just itself, like, because it's like the F4, F3, F4, which would the same the around that, but they switched it to an actual good aircraft. So yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, thanks for taking your time to watch this video. This is gonna be I'm gonna call this a stimulus vlog. So because why not? Because I'm not gonna be filming for some more time, but or at least not anything crazy. But ah, crap! I got a pimple down by my lip. Just a pimple. And I'm not gonna pop that on camera. I don't want to get age restricted. But yeah. So thank you for taking your time to watch this. More videos will come probably after Friday, and then I'll have a ton of videos out. So yeah, thank you for watching. Alright, have a good day.